Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring, and today is Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024. Hey, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. Had a nice little profitable trade today on WBA, which is Walgreens on the 5-minute. It was a short trade using a order block and a bearish order block, and I just thought it would be a good opportunity for me to demonstrate what an order block is and why I took the trade. So an order block is the highest up bar. You can see over here I highlighted it in blue. It's the highest up bar before you have a structure change to the downside, or in other words, you have to take out the previous swing lows prior to the up order block. So the reason that what brought my attention to this was in the morning, WBA sold off very, very strongly here. I mean, extremely strongly. And then it just, like nothing happened, just went back up. But when a move is preceded by a huge down move or a huge up move, in my experience, in this particular case, with this big down move, yes, you tend to get a rally back up or some type of rally, but eventually the reason, for whatever reason that brought the price down in the first place, continues later in the day. I mean, not always, for sure, not always, just more than it doesn't. And in trading, we are just working with probabilities. So I saw the order block to the upside. I saw it break structure to the downside. Now, when it gets back up to the order block area, the low of the order block and the high of the order block, I've highlighted this in red. This is usually an issue technically, and you can see that's right about where we got up to. I didn't short this one because it closed above the order block. I want to see it reject it. I could have taken it here, but I didn't. I kind of forgot about the trade when it did that. And then I looked, half hour later or so, and I see that this particular bar here did go above the top of the order block and then close back below. So that's a rejection. So I did get short here at $16.70. So now that I'm short, of course, let's deal with the stops first. I always have two stops. I have on these particular order blocks, my end of bar stop is just going to be a close above this swing high here. And then I'm going to have an emergency stop two ATRs above, just in case it just rocketed up skywards at some point. I have to know what my uncle level is, right? And if it would go up there, I just say, okay, but maximum loss there, 2 ATRs is the emergency stop. But the end bar stop, which most likely would have happened if I got stopped out, would simply be a close over this swing high. So those are the two stops, end of bar stop, emergency stop, 2 ATRs above. Now let's talk about profit. I always want to have an asymmetrical risk to reward ratio, or in other words, I want to make sure that if I'm right on the trade, I'm going to be right more than if I was wrong. So if I was wrong, 2 ATRs was my maximum. So I like to do a 2-for-1. So if I have a 2 ATR stop to the upside, I want to have a 4 ATR profit target to the downside. So one of three things is going to happen. One, if I'm really wrong, I'm going to hit my 2 ATR stop. Oh, I guess I should say four things. One, if I'm really wrong, I'm going to hit my emergency stop, my emergency 2 ATR stop. Number two is that I'm going to have an end of bar stop by stopping out over this swing high. Number three, I'm going to hit my 4 ATR profit target, which is again twice as much as my maximum allowed loss. And number four, the end of the day is going to come and I'm not really going to get to any of those levels. And that's what happened here. But you can see it really did. There was only one time during the day that it went over this order block. So these order blocks are important, and they do work more than they don't. And so I got short here, $16.70, and almost immediately, well, actually, immediately, it respected that bearish order block and just sold off most of the day. It didn't quite get to my 4 ATR profit target, but still, nice trade. Up 1.4% intraday on this particular trade, and the day just ran out. We didn't get, so I just locked in the profits there at the end of the day. So order blocks are great. I highly recommend that you learn more about them. You can check out ICT on YouTube. This is where I learned order blocks and fair value gaps from. So check that out. If you'd like to learn more about my trading and see more of what I do with all my strategies and trades, I do have a podcast on YouTube on Saturday called the Gossett Trading and Mentoring Weekend Review. In that podcast, I talk about all the swing trades that I took in the previous week, both on the daily time frames and the weekly time frames. We talk about when I got in the trade, why I got in the trade, what was the strategy, what was the setup, what was I thinking, and then most importantly, how I am going to manage the trade going forward. And then also the second part of my weekend review podcast, I talk about the daily and weekly swing trades that I'm looking for in the coming week. So I narrow down all the positions and tell you the trades that I'm looking for. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful on this bearish fair value gap. If it was, I really would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. Really helps to build the channel, keep it around. But I appreciate your time. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.